Okay, let's do this. It is Thursday, May 6th, and a day that will live in infamy in terms of the trading community. I was going to do a written post, but thought video might be more appropriate. I want to talk about the day. I want to talk about my own trading to, first of all, answer the question that's probably on a lot of people's minds. Did I get hit today? Yes, I got hit today. And I want to talk a little bit about why and how the day went and my attempt at trying to manage it. And there are a few times when I get shaken in this business, and I won't say I got shaken today, but it surely was a test of the years of experience. And again, I'm going to talk through my perspective on the day and what I tried to do to minimize the damage. But before I do that, I just want to reiterate, this blog has always been about the honest truth in trading. It has been my objective and mission from day one to talk about the good, the bad, the ugly as it relates to this business, as it relates to my own trading. And as I've stressed during the times when the trading bonanzas have been there, the 2008, the 2009, and pockets of this year, that you have to recognize the fact that you will find yourself at times in the horror show, and we need to look no further than the Tao of Poker book, which talks about you're going to have those days from hell, and this particular day certainly was an instance which, according to the press releases that I've been reading, it was unprecedented in terms of intraday range. And we could talk a lot about the program trading and the trading error that was made and all that kind of thing, but there will be times in any business, and especially in this business, where not only the abnormal happens, but the paranormal happens. So I want to talk a little bit about that. My style of trading, you may be aware of this, but I'll reiterate, or I'll talk about it for those that are new to the blog. It's a blend. I have a liquidity providing mentality where I provide a service to those people that want to transact business on the exchange, and I will take the other side of the trade as a service, and by and large a profit over time. I refer to that as a casino model, where the casinos will, the odds are tilted in their favor, and so because I understand the business, more times than not, I'll be profitable by doing that. But like the casino model, there will be times when you're going to take a hit. And I recognize that. First of all, if you did well today, hats off to you. My congratulations and kudos to you. My liquidity providing side of the business did take a hit, but again, this sort of thing, as unusual as it was, happens. It happens, and there's that movie quote: "There's no crying in baseball." Well, there's no crying in trading either. I could get all pissy and scream at the Merc, or scream at whoever's making the decisions not to bust the trades. I was providing liquidity. I was providing liquidity down to about 1100, and when 1100 gave way and the depth just disappeared, really not a whole lot you can do at that point. A couple of saving graces at my end. First of all, today wiped out a lot of people, and I think we ought to recognize that. Again, if you did well today, congratulations. My hat's off to you. There are a lot of people who went out of business today. Okay, I was fortunate enough to rely on what I felt was some experience and judgment to certainly not have a full position on. And I had 60 contracts on as this thing was going down hard. Now, that may sound like a lot to some of you, but keep in mind that I can trade up to 500, and you can do the math on that sort of thing. So, you know, percentage-wise, if we do the math, that's a 12% of a full position on. And you know, all I could do is really just at that point, you know, watch. And so, you know, I ended up riding it all the way down as the market was probing 1060. And as I started coming back up, you know, still trying to keep my wits about me. And as it was getting close to 1100, I started lightening the position and scaled out on the way up. Now, you know, so a couple saving graces. One, I had 12% of my position on, and two, I didn't barf it out at the lows. 1060. I mean, imagine selling at 1060. And again, you can do the easy math. So, you know, I really look at today as it could have been a hell of a lot worse. And it's my understanding that they're not going to bust any CME trades. In fact, I just called the Globex Center again just to confirm that. So, as I've always said, trading income or losses do one or two things. They allow you to buy time, or they allow you to spend time, right? And I spent some time today. You know, it'll be back to work tomorrow. It is certainly not the largest hit of my career. It is not as large as the October Monday trade in October of 2008, which led to the 2.3 million run. And, you know, so am I happy about it? No. Am I aggravated at it? Yeah. You know, but, you know, I have to look at this business with the proper perspective. I took a hit today. But frankly, that hit was less than 2% of my capital. And again, I was, you know, as I look back at this, you know, trying to find the right words here, but I was fortunate. You know, in terms of people trading with a trend, you know, obviously there were on that side of the business several protective mechanisms. The VIX was uptrending. The three-line break, which is our protective device on a trend trade, was still downtrending and had not confirmed a reversal at all. We knew we were going to get some kind of capitulation, and arguably, if the program trading didn't kick in, or if that trade error hadn't been made, you know, my guess is that the market probably would have put a bottom in right around 1100, maybe probed it a little bit, but then. As I'm doing this right now, I see the market's trading at 1120.21. So, you know, if you exclude the tail part of the trade, you know, I can't really complain a whole lot with how I manage that. I can't look at the loss, and it's really not self-justification because you know, I've kind of been looking at these charts over and over again, and you know, given the type of day that we had. You know, it's the best that I could do. So, I mean, that's all you can do. Recognize you're going to take hits in this business. I want you folks to see this. I want everybody that follows this blog and watches this blog to understand that this is part of the business. Okay? You know, this is a business where those of us that have been fortunate enough to have reached a level where we do very, very well, you know, we are not immune to these sorts of things. And you just have to accept that. You got to have the calluses develop over time. You got to have the thick skin develop over time. So, you know, it'll be back to work tomorrow. You know, probably take me, you know, a few weeks, you know, to get it back, maybe a little bit more. You know, such is life. So, anyway, I wanted to share those perspectives in terms of my day, maybe a little bit of a therapeutic talk at this end. But also to, again, share and not shy away from this sort of an event. So we can discuss this more over time, but I just want to get this out tonight. I may post this early, even before the HD processing gets completed, just so that you guys have something to watch tonight. So anyway, I hope you did okay today. Either manage size with stops or with size, or manage risk with stops or with size. I chose size. You know, took a hit, but could have been a lot worse. Could have been a lot worse. So back at it tomorrow. Have a great night. Take care.